Hi guys, it's Eminem from Let's Go Fishing. Yeah, the last time you see me, I had hair and a beard. I've had a good shave. Now, I'm in my caravan, in my camper, and I've just gone and bought a new gimbal, and this does 360 turn all the time. So each time I move now, you will see, might make you a bit seasick watching each time I move. I'm in my van because as you know, I've gone on board what do you call it? A diesel eater. And to be honest, I don't know how to put, well, it's simple. It'd be better if you could have more instructions, really, how to put the lot together. There's a few things in here that I've noticed that it's not very self-explanatory, if you know what I mean. Show you what I mean. It's the same on every page. Now I'm going to need somebody with a bit of know-how who would know how to put it all together. Yeah, same on every page. You know, like when you get something so it shows you how to put it where and this, that and the other. All it's got is that diagram there, this one. Just that bloody diagram, and it's on every other page. In different languages, of course. And that's the biggest one that is showing, that one there, look. Now, all it's showing you, that goes, it just shows you that. But it's supposed to be self-explanatory. But I don't. I'm gonna have a go sometime in the next couple of days of finding where a place to put it, and also I might have to ask a friend who can understand this, because I fucking can't. But the idea, I mean, I was watching this guy who does camping, and I'm going to get in touch with him because he drives any van, and he said, invite me to drive yours. So one of the days, I'm going to get in touch with him. You never know, you might see this on his YouTube, this van. But I will ask him when I've gone and done the ceiling. I'm going to go out in about an hour's time and go and price up some lathing for the ceiling, just up there. Because as I said, it's in bits, it's in sections. If I could, I'll get me a gimbal, see if I can pick you up, show you what I mean. See, there's one bit here, look, above my head. There's one bit, if the gimbal plays properly, and there's another bit there, above my thumb. Then there's one there, another section down there. I want to put them all together, so it looks just like a flat roof instead of in bits and bits and bits. I know I've got to mess about with it, and hopefully when I do it, I can show you. All I can watch is, all I can show you stage by stage what I'm doing. But I've got to give the van a good clean up. I'm going to put everything away in its cupboards where it should be. Because at the moment I just come in and just throw things in, which I shouldn't do. I should just put everything away. I mean, I've put all my rods, my sea rods away, apart from 2 pieces of rods here. Because I've got one piece that won't fit in my cupboard because it's too long, of course. I'm not going to put it in here, am I? So, as I said, I'm just going to get out of the box again to show you, because last time I was so excited when it come on the day. I was like a little kid. in a candy shop, like I am now. As I said, right, let me have a look underneath. Now, it's got two things there. But the thing is, I don't know which one's the exhaust. You know what I mean? It doesn't say this one's the exhaust and that one is that. See what I mean? See, at the bottom, them two tubes there. One is an exhaust and one is something else. I do not know. But yeah, and as I said, it's got some remote control. A key for like if I can get the bleeding thing off. It's a key fob. I will get it off in a minute. Oh, here we go. That's it, dropped him on the floor. You got a key fob. There. And you can take the controller off, I think. I don't know if it slides out or what. Or you gotta pull something, I don't know. Anyway. Really don't know. I've just look on the front there, it's got a thingy there, I've got to sort that out. I know that's for, there's a fan at the back that sucks the air in, and you got this at the front here that blows the hot air out, and you got two connections on the back, these two, that one there and that one there for your battery, of course. And as I said, I opened up the box like a big, I was in a rush to open it up. So, that's the one for the battery. I understand that. I understand that is for to blow your air out. And I know if you park up on a campsite, that's your mains. Okay? I know that is for the exhaust. I know that one's the exhaust one because I've seen it on a program on one of the YouTube things. There's also a black one in here inside this one. Again, it's one of them preheated ones. It's supposed to be a preheated one where you can stretch. Yeah, stretch out. Right. And I know this, oops, hang on, stretches so you can bend it any way you want. Right. So I've got them. Now, oh, I just realised I said there were, I thought there were brackets. They're not brackets, they're feet. You got 4 of them that go on the bottom. Let's have a look. Okay. I think they slide in like that. Yeah, they do. They're supposed to slide in. Yeah, they slide on like that. They slide on the bottom. That's to keep it stable. And also you can, it's got an hole in where you can screw it to the floor or bolt it to the floor, which is a bloody good idea, stop it bouncing about when you're driving. So I won't put them on yet. I'll take them off. I'll mess about with it another time. And you got your exhaust bracket. That is like a little catalytic thing. I don't know how that works. Now this is what's puzzling me. I've got other little bits and bobs in here, but I don't know what that is. Looks like a filter or something. It's a filter, but here's all the other bits, components to go with that. And but this one's confusing me a bit. What I'll have to do, I'll have to ask the wife to read it to me, because you know I'm dyslexic. I can't read. But I just don't. Have I missed something, Kate, or something? I do not know. Because it's not illustrated on any of the pictures what it's for. I'm confused by that. Because if you... I think that is all, that picture, oh, come here, that bit there is all on the inside of there. But there's no picture for that thing. I'll bring it closer to you. If you can see what I mean. Can you see where that bloody thing is on there? No? So, if anybody lives near me, who knows me and knows about those bleeding things, can you give us a shout? Because I'm lost, honest. I am so freaking lost. But all I gotta do is try and find. Look, it's not even on that one, that picture. That thing, I don't know what it is. God knows where that goes. I'm in the dark. Because I am... Hang on, what's that? No, that ain't it either. No. It's not a very clear way how to put it on, to be honest. I may have bought this in haste. Because see, everybody else got these liters. And they're showing them off outside. And I've seen a guy who I've been watching on YouTube. Brilliant guy. I'd love to meet him, to be honest. Because I agree with what he says about camping. These modern camper vans are so compact, you've got no living space. Now with mine, I'm going to turn you around, guys. It's a mess. Forgive the mess, because I've just got to tidy it up. I've got little bits here and there. I don't live like this, believe it or not. It's just that when I pack up and then I've got things I've got to put somewhere, I put them back in a bit, I put them back in a bit. Because I'm at home now, I've used my cooker and that, as you know, I always do. I've got me, I've had to put me fishing rods in there, from the ones in the shed, and me bag, because the fucking rats have got into my shed and ripped an hole in my bag. I only thought I had one big hole at the bottom, but it's on the top as well, so they're using it for something, and it's pissed me off. I've got to buy a new one of them now to stick all my gear. Tell you one thing, it's a pissing other, ain't it? So, of course, I'm going to show you, because he was showing you he likes retro stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, my caravan, okay, my camper van is a G-Reg. Yeah, G-Reg. So, I think it's 8, and hang on, I'll have a look on the, see how old it is. It might tell me the age on here, I don't know. Because these are all my certificates for its MOT. I'm trying to find what age, if it tells the age on here. I don't think it does. No, it don't. No. No, it's not. No, it doesn't. What a shit. Anyway, it's a G-Reg. Okay. It's an old one. And it's, I think it's about 30 odd years of age. Now, in its day, where have I dropped them? Oh, on the floor. In its day, was one of the dog's gonads. And if you've stopped moving now, haven't you? You've gone off. Yep. Have you? Have you gone off? You have? That didn't last long. Oh, you're tilting back now. Oh, tilting back. Oh, it's working again. I got to press the button on it and it stopped it. Anyway, as I said, this is about 30 odd years of age, probably long, hang on, 80. I think this was 88, I don't know. So if it's 88, it's 40 odd years of age. Well, 30 odd years of age. But as I said, when I had this van, all this grey here, all this grey, it was a brown colour. And I thought it needed brightening up. So I painted it grey, as you can see up there. I don't know if you can see. Hang on, no. I painted it anyway, grey. And the outside, I'll show you. If I turn it, if I stand up with it, like you can see, grey and white. Now, as you can see, it's a big van. And when you get one of these modern, and I've got a bed up here, look, which I've put all my storage, and there's a cab, and there's a table behind me, here, and then you got another bed here. But I was watching him last night, and oh God, this. Stand up a bit. It's all right, I've got a tripod. Every time I touch it, it's one of them little very small tripods and it keeps flopping about. So of course, I watched him last night and he was in a van that cost 84,000. And it was everything up there was compact. You know, you could. It was no walk through, if you know what I mean. There was no space. Now I can walk from the front of my seats here all the way to the back. I mean, there's nothing lying on the floor, of course, but you know what I mean. And I used to have a fire down there, but that used to work. I thought that was connected, and when I come to redo the inside of my van, just to tidy it up and paint it up, make it look a bit more modernish, the only thing retro in here now is these fucking horrible curtains, which I'm going to change. They're horrible. I don't like them. And when I got them done, there used to be a cupboard there where you could just sit your coats in. So on the bottom there was a fire, and I checked it. I went to change it. I went to my gas the one day to change, put my gas on. And I looked and I've seen this tube coming down from the fire up and bent. And I thought, that's not connected. Okay, it's not connected. I'm not going to try and get it connected. I've took it out. Okay, I've got a fridge which got to use with the gas, because it was gas electrical mains, you know, off your battery of your van. So I tried it with my van and it wouldn't work. You know, the electric from the van, and it wouldn't work. So I thought, it's not working. So I tried it with the gas and it wasn't working. So I'm not going to have someone sitting there, that's not going to work. So I took that out. Then I looked at my oven. I don't use my oven. I don't cook roasts in the oven because there's only me. I don't need an oven because I like to cook on the top, on a hob. That's me. I like to cook in a pan or saucepans. I like to cook quick and easy meals, but what tastes gorgeous. And since I've done all that, I've noticed, well, I even before I taken my oven out, there was always a hint of smell of gas. Now, I've only got the hob now, on the top, the 2-ring hob, and it still smells of gas. So, if I can't get that fixed, what I'm intending to do is take the hob out and make room. Come here, maybe body thing. Make room for this, and this is, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to open it up on my knees, but when I've opened it up you can see what I'm going to do, because there's one added thing I haven't got over there. Toaster. So when I open this up, that's what it looks like, guys. There's a toaster underneath and there's 2 rings on there, and I can take it apart ever so easy and clean it. It's so easy to clean. But if I can get that gas working on there, I mean stop the gas smelling, stop the gas leak, I will leave it. Because I really don't want to take it out because it's a part of the van. I don't want to take it out. The only thing I've changed is the sink. The old sink that used to be in there was tiny, but I went online and bought a camping sink for a van. Didn't realise the measurements. I bought a real bit. It's nearly as big as that the sink is, and I saved the old little draining board, which is retro again. So that's what I love about it. And I love this camper van, believe it or not. There is a few things I've got to sort out with it. And it's coming up to, I should have done it when I got it back home from when I had it MOT'd, but I just wanted to get away with me mate Paul, if you remember. I just wanted to go, come on Paul, let's go. Oh, where have I put them now? I just thought, oh, come on Paul, we'll go away. Understandably, I wanted to take my mates away because, as you know, I do a lot for people with Alzheimer's. Well, try and do it. I don't do a lot, I just talk about it. But I am now involved with my friend who's got Alzheimer's, because my mother-in-law's got Alzheimer's. And I do understand and I appreciate families who live with people with Alzheimer's. I mean, it's not my mum, if you know what I mean. It's my mother-in-law. So I'm not that family attached, if you know what I mean. But if it was my mum suffering with that, I would hate it. Because my mum passed away in 2019, just before Christmas. And I was there. I watched my mum go. Yeah, bless her. I watched her pass away. I was doing something at work on the day that it happened. My mum was passing away. She'd been like, firstly, non-communicative for about 2 weeks. She was constantly asleep. It was like she was like in a coma, and because of her illness. And then I've been there for 2 weeks with my mum and my auntie, looking at mum. At the end of the day, I get the phone. I goes back. I've got all my Father Christmas outfits on and goes to the hospital. And 2 hours later, my mum passed away. So I was there. I wasn't dressed up as Father Christmas then. I took all that off. But she passed away. Bless her. And it was a good time for her to go, really. Now, this is going to sound horrible. It was a good time for her to go because not long after we went into our first lockdown of COVID, which I was grateful for because I did see my mum. A group of us, well, family got together and buried her the way it should be, not the way through COVID, the way that was doing. I think that was harsh for people. Now, this is what I'm on about. What I do my fishing. Okay, a lot of you guys out there who watch me fish think, mate, you're a prat. I don't care. That's the way I fish. As I said, I don't claim to be a freaking expert. If I was an expert, you'd be on the telly doing all that editing bollocks and all that. I don't want to do that. I want to do it down, just down, you know, the way it should be. No, oh, you do this. No, it's bollocks. No, you just... Every fisherman has got his own way of fishing. Now, it keeps my mind active doing his fishing and doing something for people with mental health. And as I said, if it wasn't for before my mum passed away, she gave me some money. She said, this is your inheritance off me, which I was grateful for. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hovering over like a bleeding vulture. It was a good 6 months before she went into like this semi-coma. And she said, do something decent with it, son. My mum knew what I was going to do. In a respect, because I always harped on, I would love to get a camper van. I would love to get a camper van. And believe it or not, 3 weeks after my mum gave me the money, I went out and bought this. So, because of my mum, bless her soul, I own a camper van. Second-hand one. Cost me £4,000. And that was my inheritance gone, £4,000 inheritance. And then believe it or not, I took a pic because I couldn't take it to the hospital. I took a big picture of it I showed, I said, Mum, this is what you've helped me buy my dream. And I said, thank you, Mum, thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. She goes, oh, when are you going to take me away in it? Unfortunately, I couldn't. I would have loved my mum to come away one weekend with me in this. But she wasn't able to. And each time I go away, I do say, thanks, Mum. Yeah. Jump behind that wheel, drive off into the sunset and go, thanks, Mum. Because if it wasn't for my mum, I wouldn't have this camper van. So, anyway, let's not go on about that. As I said, Tibu. So I took all that crap out, what wasn't working. And I thought, oh, got no heater. And I've been like it for about, well, it's 2000. It's 2025 now, coming up to 2026. Well, by 2026, I want a diesel heater in. I want to be warm in here because I've got a load of stuff up there. I sleep on this. I look like a man in a cocoon because I'm wrapped up like that. When I get up, I'm like shivering. I don't want to be doing that anymore. I'm 60. I'm 65. I'm not as young as I used to be. So again, eventually, I want to get this diesel heater fitted in as soon as I can. I want to test it out. I'm going to say to the wife, one of the nights I will stay in my van and just test it when it's all fitted. I have got to get carbon monoxide alarm, but as I said, I want to do the ceiling. I've done all the outside as you've seen on one of my other videos. I've done the outside. I've got a bit of welding to do on the, actually I just want to, I wish I had a unit I could take this into and believe it or not, just work on it. I mean, I'm a welder by trade, and I was watching that guy. He's never welded before. God, you should have took a course in welding. I love to. I was saying, oh, you're doing that wrong. Oh, you should be doing it like that. But that's what you like. So anyway, guys, I will show you this van again when I got my diesel heater in and working. That's one thing I'm going to show you. Then I will show you me taking the roof off. Well, the gubbins. I've got to do it on a nice day, if you know what I mean. Because I've got to complete that unit all the way down as far as can go. Because I've got to redo the yeah, that thing up there. I would like to get an extractor fan up there. I'm going to see how much one is. But as I said, the most important thing, another top of my list, is to try and sort this rooftop solar panel, because I've put this solar panel on, right? Listen to what I'm saying. I've put this solar panel on. It's 120 volts or watts, whatever it is, and I've connected it up to the thing on there that tells you what power is going for the solar panel and put it into your battery. That's fantastic. But when I reach up here and turn that on, Doesn't show me there's any power in it. Now, I've got a battery underneath my seat, my passenger seat, what starts the van up. Right? Okay. I'm fine with that. But what I do, I take that battery off because my battery underneath my seat does all the lights and that in here. It's my leisure battery. But what I've gone and done, I'll put some new I've got some new converters on there. And what I've got and done, I've got another leisure battery underneath where I'm sitting, so I've got 2 leisure batteries. And I went down the coast with my family, took that battery off, expecting that one to charge that one and that one. Come and turn that on up there, it was reading 8 volts. Well, that shouldn't be like that. It should be roughly about 12 volts. Because don't forget, when you're revving the engine and you're driving, that should be banging the power into that one like nobody's business. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect that spare one underneath here. I'm going to disconnect that and run this van for about an hour to see if that leisure battery is charging. If not, you know what that means. It's buggered. It's not holding the charge anymore. So that means I might have to go out and buy 2 new leisure batteries. To be honest, I think I might do that. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I do need to get a charger. A solar panel that's working properly, because I want to be able to go off grid. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. If there's somebody out there that could tell me if I'm doing it wrong, or I need them other type of solar panels, you know, them big square solar panels, if them are better than them flat ones what they show you on Amazon. I don't know. But I'd love to get a unit where I could be able to put a inverter in, where I could plug a kettle in or a little TV in, so I could watch some films while I'm away. That's all I want to do. Anyway, guys, I only wanted to show you my days later, but I went on like normal. I waffle on, as you know. But I will be doing another fishing trip in this soon. That's the reason why I've got to get this diesel laser fitted. It's going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to try and work it out today on my own. But I've got to find something to put it first. Because you've got to have electric to it as well. So, and as I said, I'm not very that minded. That goes off every now and again, that does. It goes off on its own. If you're not moving, it don't bloody move with you. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, guys, this is Eminem in his van, whinging as usual. No, I'm whinging. I'm just trying to get things sorted, trying to explain to you what I do this for. And if you like any of my content, give us a thumbs up. Also, if you're first time seeing me, subscribe. Subscribing is free of charge. Leave a like, leave a comment. I like comments. There was one guy did turn around and said to me the last time I was on, he said, okay mate, you waffle on, but you waffle on in a good way, and he likes my tips that I give out, and he likes things that I am going to do a video of, because I buy a lot of stuff off YouTube, because I have little. I mean, I bought this off YouTube. There's one thing. I bought some. I'm going to get everything together one day and show you what I bought off YouTube. And these things I do buy off YouTube, I do use. I don't buy them just for the fucking fun of it. I buy them because I use them, and they are practical. I don't buy any crap off it. They are practical things that you can use. That's what I do. Okay, guys. Catch you later. Bye.